What are you looking at? The person who did that to your grandfather or to your great-grandfather died the same time when your grandfather died.
Yeah.
So the problems and the oppression died then. That doesn't exist anymore.
Welcome. I am the Kenyan Beast, and we are doing it the African way every day, every time. My today's video is about this Kenyan man, content creator. He was in an interview sometimes back. They were speaking about Black Americans. There is this assumption, stories that have been on the internet and everywhere, that Black Americans are lazy. They don't take things seriously. There is stories surrounding Black Americans. People are saying that Black Americans are not oppressed. Maybe they are carrying their forefathers' burden. And I found this being so bad and sad that there is some Africans who don't understand the role of Black Americans in America. So before I continue, let's listen to this video, and then we come back again and talk about it.
You're a black man, you're a black African man, and you're saying essentially that black people are cursed in some way. Like, you know, God and the devil conspired to just say, black people are dumb.
Yes.
I'm just paraphrasing what you said. How do you respond to somebody who's thinking, well, I know you're black, but that's pretty racist, or that's pretty ignorant, or whatever? What's your response?
You call it what you want to call it. when I see how the black people operate, you can call it whatever you want to call it. Because all these terms are just to muddy the conversation. The conversation is, are we doing well? No, we're not. Right? Everybody comes in and takes advantage of us. So why are we pretending that we're doing well? We're not doing well. So it's a high time somebody tells them the truth, which is, you guys are f***ing up. The black people have been cast because they follow the women. Men should not follow women. Women need to follow men.
Now, what about that one? The sexist thing. You're going to hear that.
Again, just throw it in there. I'm from Africa. I use the word.
Yeah.
I know it's taboo for the white people, but it's also stupidity. Because why are we taking away language from everybody? Shouldn't I be strong enough to handle whatever you tell me?
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, in the context of, like in anything, whether it's, race or sexism. I mean, you just
anything, bro.
We're offended.
Anything.
We're offended very easily.
Why am I offended? Why should I be offended easily? Right. That's weak of me if I get offended.
Yeah.
Because if I remember when we were playing in the playground, kids didn't give a about what you were going through or your issues at home or whatever. If you were bald, you were bald in this playground. If you were fat, you were the goalkeeper. Yeah, with kids, it's pretty straightforward.
Sure.
So why do we become these evil human beings who can't be honest with each other?
Yeah.
But we have to come up with tricks and everything. So when I look at the black people, my people in my country, we call each other crabs in a bucket.
Sure.
So you see how you guys have come together, go abundance, and now you're talking and pushing each other?
Yeah.
Us guys, it's their way around.
Yeah, the reference, right? Crabs in a bucket drag each other back down, right? When a crab tries to crawl out, the crab drags him back.
These crabs are in the bucket together.
Yeah.
Right? So if I try to come out from whatever situation that I'm in, my people are the ones who are going to pull me back in.
Wow.
So you tell me, why should we be, who lives like that? How are you ever going to build anything that way?
So in a country like the U.S., again, just systemically, there's over the years, there's been discussion of like reparations for those that were brought over here in slavery, how there's generational wealth has been stolen. And I'll be honest, that makes sense. Just taking the emotion out of it, like, okay, 5 generations ago, my family didn't have things taken from them like a black family would, right? So today you have, I think, people that are saying, hey, look, you got to make your own way. There's very successful black people that have done amazing things and have overcome poverty and, terrible conditions, fatherless households, whatever it might be, right? There are black people that have done that. But even they would say, even a black person that's successful, I think, acknowledges like, well, but it is harder. It is harder for a black person because of what's been done in the past. But you disagree. Hit me, man. Like I am approaching this. You got to understand, like, I'm looking at this camera. This is like, bro, this topic for me.
I know. So we have to agree that the history that you're putting out there is accurate.
Well, hit me then. Tell me where it's inaccurate.
Yeah. So we have to agree that your history, the history that the black people think is their history, is accurate.
Okay.
Because if I know anything about human beings, is we lie. We lied about COVID, and it's not even 2 years down the road. So if there's anything about the history, I mean, you can rely on the human being is to lie.
Okay.
So I am not sure what they tell me is the truth, because the people who are telling me are evil. So they cannot tell me about a truth that existed 400, 200, 300, 100 years ago.
Yeah.
You cannot tell me the truth about my colonialism in my country, because I don't trust you. So as long as I don't trust you, I cannot trust anything that you say that you open whenever you open your mouth. I don't trust you to be a good person because you show me you're not a good person. How do I trust what you're telling me is the truth? I can't even trust when you tell me it's 3:30 right now.
Right.
So I don't trust a thing you tell me, bro. So why should I listen to you? So the black people are talking about reparations. What is that, bro? I've been in this country for 2 years. I have a Mercedes-Benz S550. Yeah. Which other country do you think that is possible?
Yeah.
So when you tell me 400 years, bro, I only have 2. And it's not even 2. It's not a complete 2. It's a 1 and something. So everybody's running to get themselves in here. Everybody's trying. The Mexicans don't even know English, and they can't even wait to get in here. So what you are is a victim. And somebody needs to tell you, wake the up, stop being stupid. Because the country is being divided as you are asleep. Mark Zuckerberg woke up and cut himself off a slice of the country.
Yeah.
Elon Musk came in and he said, oh, there's a part of this country that needs me. Everybody's doing it, including Andrew Kibe. So what are you looking at? The person who did that to your grandfather or to your great-grandfather died the same time when your grandfather died.
Yeah.
So the problems and the oppression died then. That doesn't exist anymore. Go to the streets and tell me where the people are oppressed in America. In my country, I've been here, about 2 years. I've not been stopped by a single policeman. In my country, a year, a month, without having engaged with the police. What are you talking about? You guys talk about police brutality. You have no clue what that is. You have police who smile and say hi to you. I'm like, you're saying hi. What are you guys doing here? Yeah. So it's the thing you're talking about. Your perspective or your
context.
Your context is so limited because you've only been eating your mother's food. So your mother has filled you with all this fear and all this lethargy. You're so lethargic. Like now I was with some guys from Gobandans and we were passing by a certain road, I think just around here. And I see this homeless guy, but he's built like a horse. But this guy is homeless. How does that make any sense, bro?
Yeah.
So for me, I have no sympathy for the black people, right? I have no sympathy for anyone. Okay, I am not God. You can go deal with God when you get there. But for me right now, the black people are fucking up because we have the identity of our mothers. So we need to get back our identity of our fathers. We need to go back to being men so that we can lead our women. But our women cannot lead us. It doesn't work that way because if our women lead us, then their men are the white men. So when they want something, they'll come to you. They don't come to me. But if they come to me, that's where the power is because I can come to you and tell you, hey, how come you've not given me an extra this or that?
Yeah.
Then me and you can have that discussion. But when you're having the discussion with my wife, then she is my leader.
Interesting.
So now the boys grow up under that situation. They see where the mother is the power. So they worship the woman. When this boy becomes a man, he's already been indoctrinated into woman worship. So he cannot make any decision as a man. That's why these men are going to be homeless or are going to sit on the passenger side of the car and be driven by their women. That only happens with the blacks. You know that?
Yeah, you have heard him. His argument. As far as there is some of the arguments, I'm trying to understand him, but I think he himself does not understand what he is saying because maybe he is trying to beat by the bushes instead of saying the truth, you know. Like he's giving example, the people who were oppressed, it is long time ago, and they died, and even the oppressor died. Little did he know, I know, this oppression, it has been carried from one generation to another. It is a system. Even if I don't oppress you direct, I can use someone to oppress you. That's why you see when a white government or when USA or French, they want to overturn a government in Africa, they will use black people. Now they use black person to oppress me. And maybe he has not come across policemen who are cruel. A lot of people, black people, have come across these things. A lot of black people in the United States are living into fear because they can't even live safe in their neighborhood. A lot of Karens, Karen, they are there. And I take this is a Kenyan, is our guy. I love him, but I'm taking him being unserious for what he's saying. For him to be in the United States for 2 years and buy a Mercedes Benz or like buying a car for 2 years, it has taken some people a lot of years and a lot of suffocation and a lot of perseverance just for him to buy that motor vehicle in 2 years' time. For him as an African to be there in the United States of America and being not stopped by a policeman, it has taken another black people, black Americans, sweat and blood to make sure our black people are safe in USA. For him to walk in the street of Miami or Texas and feeling comfortable, it has taken another black American sweat and blood for him to be free. So I think he must go. He have to learn the history. He is talking from the current generation. He don't know the history. And these things is being carried from one to another. Black people, black Americans in the United States of America, they don't get employed, most of them, in these supermarkets. Racism, we see even in football, everything. Even if I oppress myself like the footballers, these are professional footballers, they get being racist. It's just one kind of oppression. So I don't think that Andrew Kibe has gotten enough history of the black Americans and how it came to happen and why is he safe there, because black Americans are the reason why he is walking tall in the street of America. He is buying, investing in the street of America without being stopped by a policeman a single day or without any kind of oppression. Now he's saying nobody is oppressed, but the one who the court doesn't fit is the one who knows. The one whose shoes doesn't fit is the one who knows where the problem is. You cannot talk for other people when you are not in their shoes. Africans does not supposed to talk about black Americans to condemn them when they don't know how their shoes of black American fits. I think it's high time Andrew Kibe should learn history a little bit. Tell me what you think in the comment section. Do you think he's right? For me, as long as I want to believe what he's saying, I get myself not believing him anymore, because the history, yes, the people died, like just in Kenya, the colonials went, maybe those who colonized us died, but we are still living under colonization. Now, that is being termed that we are full, that we don't want to wake up. But I think there is a lot in line to be put straight so that everything can be in line. Tell me what you think in the comment section. I am the Kenyan Beast and we are doing it the African way. Good things are coming. Granada, I have something for you. Just wait for me. Beautiful thing. Thank you.